Hello, welcome to the channel. So essentially today we're going to go ahead and do a quick inspection over my daily driver here. First things first is we got to unbox a couple things. So let's see what we're working with. We got right here the Daytona 3-ton low profile jack as well as the Daytona 3-ton heavy duty jacks. We're going to be using these today and for most of our projects moving forward, so why don't we get started with that. So the first thing we're going to work on is unboxing right here our Daytona jack stand. So I'm just going to cut these open real quick and I'm going to just set it to the side for now, and we'll make sure to recycle everything that we unwrap today. Right here we have our arm that's going to be going into the first jack stand right here. Nice and easy. Nothing special about this guy. Just locks in like that. And then we got a little bit of plastic piece here. So this guy's going to be what helps keep everything from, ratcheting itself down in case of a failure. So, there we go. So what this guy does is essentially we have this hole right here, and so when you get this guy locked in, you just take him and you slide him in. He only goes in one direction, and then there's a little bit of a securing pin right here. I don't know if you guys can see that. And it comes in right on the other side. That way this guy can't move even if you move this arm. So let's just get the other guy out real quick. Just slide that guy in. This handle slide down. These ones do have a nice little grip right here, so I'm not going to hurt your hands on that anytime soon. I'm going to pull this pin out real quick, and let's give you a closer look at what I have here. So like I was saying, these are the jack stands. It's got a little bit of a plastic grip on it. These guys ratchet up just like this, lock in, and then you can take this metal rod right here and slide it in. Only goes in one direction, so it comes in from the other side actually. Slides in just like this, goes straight through to the other side, and then you have your retaining pin right here, which goes in through this small hole right there, just like that. And that stops it from sliding out at all. Now it's not going anywhere. So here's our Daytona 3-ton low profile jack. That's the back side of it. Let me see if I can flip this around. There we go. So first things first, I'm going to cut off all this plastic tape. That up nice and easy now. Let's cover right over to the side. So right here we have our ergonomic handle. This guy has a pin right there, nice soft grip right there for your hands. You can really crank down on it now. So put that to the side just over here. I'm going to move this styrofoam out of this box, put it in the other box, make sure that it's not going anywhere. Throw our manual over there. I'm sure everyone knows how a jack works nowadays. And we'll lift up the main base. Got the stand for this guy. A little heavy. Throw the rest of the box aside real quick. Okay. And we'll just place that guy down like that. Now the way these guys work is there's a little screw right here on the bottom. You don't have to take it out all the way, but it comes out. You gotta make sure you loosen it, because that's how this part right here gets locked in place and doesn't move anymore. So then you just loosen that guy all up, slide that guy in, get it aligned the way you want it. You want your Daytona up, you want it up, you want it down, you choose, and then you can pull out this little retaining clip that they have for shipping. You can slide that guy right on up. Do a little bit of a wiggle. I'll make sure that we're good in here. Yep, there we go. I added a little bit of sideways, and we don't want that. Then you screw that guy all the way in, and this guy ain't going nowhere. Now you got your jack. Now for those of you that don't know exactly how a jack works, you have your long handle here, and you have your base down there, and you turn it all the way to the right, clockwise, to engage it, and then you just press down on the arm, and that guy goes right on up. And then, when you want to let him down, you take your handle and you turn it counterclockwise, only just a bit. And you can see as I slowly turn this counterclockwise that it's going to start going down now. It's about a quarter turn, slowly, and if you really open it up, it falls all the way down. So that's how jack stands generally work. Alrighty, so I've been having a small issue with my MPG lately, where I'm just not getting as much as I used to. So I'm going to be checking the fuel lines from the gas reservoir all the way to the front today to see if I have a leak somewhere on there. And if I do, in the future, I'm going to be trying to replace or repair that section of fuel line. So why don't we get right on? So, just to state one thing, we have our jack, and we have our jack stands. Always use jack stands. Anytime you're going to be lifting up a vehicle, anytime you're going to be underneath it, it's just the safest way. We don't want to see anyone get injured when this guy slips, possibly. Maybe his pressure gives out. Who knows? Jack stands, reliable. They're all mechanical. The only thing that can fail on it is a literal piece of steel, which is a lot better than this guy with some fluid that's holding everything back. So, always use jack stands mechanically. They are the safest form of being underneath a vehicle. So why don't we start by jacking this guy up. So we're going to come on underneath here to the jack point of my vehicle. Right on here. We're going to just start pumping it up. I'm going to put the control on. Alrighty. So you just got to pump it down. That's how you get this guy to go up. So now we got this guy up, as you can see. Wheels up. I got my wheels locked currently because I don't want anything moving. So that's why these guys are solid. Now we're going to take our jack stand. We're going to find the best possible spot. Now I'm going to be going underneath this, so I'm going to go a lot higher than this. I'm just going to very slowly lower this onto this jack stand here. You'll know that you're off the jack stand once this guy is no longer touching the vehicle. So you can see right there, no longer on the vehicle. Now what I want to do is I want to go back up with this guy. This is my most ideal jack point here. So we're going to make sure that that's what we're on. Alright. Now, I got both jack stands in place. They're both securely on. That guy ain't going nowhere. I'm going to relieve a little bit of the pressure off of the jack. And then I'm going to lock him back in place. So he's working as a jack stand right now, and so are my two stands. Now I'm ready to get on under the car. Now, I'm working on getting the roller, but for now, I'm just going to throw this towel down so I don't have to deal with the ground hurting my back too much. I'm going to get on under the car. I'm going to see if I can identify where I'm leaking from. Alrighty, so now here we are. Let's see if I can figure it out. Alright, let's start back here then. So, with looking right here, you see, right here is where my gas inlet, I guess you could call it, is. And you can see right there, comes right across, and down, right here, comes right down here, across this, and we got this clamp right here, into the tank. So here's our tank, and right now I'm not seeing any signs of a drip from this tank area. I mean, we got a little bit of wetness here. See the wet right there? So we're going to take a check on what that is real quick. So we're going to get a different angle here. Alrighty, let's see what we got here. So, like I said, we got a little wet here. So I have to check that when I go to the next side. But, yeah. Doesn't smell entirely like gasoline. So we're going to hope that that's not where I'm leaking from, because that would be a whole gas tank replacement, and I do not have what it takes for that. Now, right here is where my fuel pump is, so that's all fine and dandy. I'm just looking for my gas lines, and it's looking like my gas line is probably one of these guys here. Right here, probably one of these guys. And from looking at the line itself, I'm not seeing any sign of leakage. Okay, it's right there. Do have a slight vibration. You can see right there that is a exhaust mount that's broken, so that can easily be fixed, so we'll worry about that later. But right now it's looking like I'm leaking gas, if anything, from the tank itself right on over here somewhere, because you can see that it's a lot more wet here, and it has like a little bit of buildup where the rest of the tank is dry. See, the rest of the tank is dry, and we got wetness over there. Alright, so now we're going to get out from underneath here. We're not seeing any sign of a leak on the lines. And we're going to check a couple other things that I'm having issues with, because it's looking like the gas line might not be an easy fix at the moment. Yeah, so here's what we're going to do. Now, to take the car down, you need the jack up. Move your jack by lifting the handle. And then slowly letting down. Now, raise up as close as possible. That's how you get your quickest results. Go up with it. Remove your lock. Lift your lever. Pull out. Slowly let the car down. Just like that. Now the car's back on the ground. You don't have to worry about it accidentally falling on you. So like I said, there's a couple other issues I've been having, so let's see if I can figure that out. So, I have been having a little bit of a engine bay problem. So in here, you know, we got our power steering, got our fluid, got our brake fluid. You can see that I have a little bit of power steering fluid buildup right there. So that's looking like I have a pinhole somewhere that's leaking into it. Unfortunately, it's very isolated, so I can't really tell what's causing the leak. We also have an oil leak, so I'd have to jack up the front of the car for that, and this terminal might need to be replaced. Just a couple small things. My brake fluid, a little low, it's not on the max. We could definitely fix that easily though, with a little bit of time. Yeah, besides that, I think we're good on everything else in here. You know, we got a terminal that we probably should look at replacing. Minor leak right here, and then we have an oil leak. It's looking like the oil leak's probably coming from the underneath, probably the oil pan gasket leaking by. So, yeah. Now the only other thing I can think about possibly doing is checking brakes. Unfortunately, I have steelies, as they like to call them, or stock tires, so probably should look into some better tires. We do have a little bit of dry rot here on the side of these tires, as you can see, a little bit right here, a little bit right here. My tread is relatively worn, so maybe some new tires soon. Let's check these ones. Yeah, see, these ones got some dry rot right up in here, so probably should look into some new tires. But all in all, that was my inspection. I was looking for a gas line leak. Doesn't look like there's any gas line leaks. Also, the gas lines look like they're soft plastics, not hard copper. So that's a plus in terms of flexibility and stuff, you know, heat expansion, but it doesn't look ideal in terms of a fix, because right now it's looking like it might be a gas tank leak, which, if I come to the other side and take a quick look from this side, as you can see right up in here, that's where the wetness is. I can't see a leak personally. I'm not seeing any drip either. Looking at the floor, we've been sitting here for, I don't know, 15-20 minutes now. Not a single leak there. Up front, we do have a couple drops of stuff though, so I can tell you for sure there is something going on up front. Anyways, that's going to be all for today.